What is the spiritual dream meaning of walking? That's not some metaphor. That was a lived truth of a woman named Harriet Tubman.
Look, she wasn't supposed to survive. Born into the brutality of slavery on a Maryland plantation, she was beaten, starved, basically destined for a life that history was designed to just erase. When she was just 12, an overseer threw a 2-pound lead weight, and it struck her in the head. Think about that. The blow left her with these debilitating seizures and blackouts for the rest of her life. But it also brought something else. These vivid, uncontrollable visions. She called them the spirit. Now, most people would have called that a curse, right? A life sentence of pain. Harriet, she called it her compass. So in 1849, she just walked away, all by herself, 90 miles straight to freedom. But here's the thing. She didn't stop there. No way. She turned right around and walked back into the absolute jaws of death. Not once, but 13 times. She guided over 70 people out, and she never lost a single one. Every single step she took was this act of radical, insane, spiritual obedience. And when she finally died, you know what her last words were? "I go to prepare a place for you." Even at the very end, she was still walking ahead. After that first walk, after she crossed into freedom, she said this: "When I found I had crossed that line, I looked at my hands to see if I was the same person." And the answer was no. She wasn't. That walk had completely remade her. Okay, so what does this incredible story of Harriet Tubman have to do with you? You, waking up in the middle of the night wondering why on earth you were just walking somewhere in your dream. The answer is everything. It has everything to do with it. Her life, her walk, it cracks open the very questions your own subconscious is screaming at you right now. Question 1, are you moving toward your freedom? Or are you frozen, stuck in a life that is just slowly, quietly killing you? Are you following some inner vision, some gut feeling that you can't even explain to anyone else? And maybe the biggest one of all, do you trust the path you're on, even when you can't see the destination at all? And let's be perfectly clear about something. These are not just some poetic, navel-gazing questions. These are survival questions. So why walking? I mean, think about it. In your dream, you could be flying, or fighting, or falling. But no, you're just walking. Why? Because it's so ordinary, it's so basic, that it forces you to pay attention to what really matters: your pace, your direction, and your simple, gut-level willingness to just keep putting one foot in front of the other. So when you're walking in a dream, it's not some random, meaningless symbol your brain cooked up. No, it is your soul, your deepest self, tracking your actual movement through life with stunning, terrifying precision. It's like a spiritual EKG, measuring your momentum, your courage, and the direction you're really headed. Harriet's visions, they forced her to act. They made her get up and walk when every sane person would have stayed put. And your dreams about walking, they are the exact same kind of message. It's a call to action, an urgent memo from the deepest, most ancient intelligence you possess. For Harriet, the stakes were crystal clear, right? A 90-mile walk through a literal swamp versus certain death or re-enslavement. The stakes for you might seem less dramatic on the surface, but make no mistake, they are just as real. What's at stake is a wasted life, a misdirected life, an abandoned life, your entire life. Look, you have a choice here. You don't have to walk 90 miles through a swamp, but you absolutely have to stop sleepwalking through your waking life. It's time to learn the language, this language. Because your dreams are talking. They are screaming. They will not let you ignore this message. They're not going to give up. So the only question, the only one that really matters, is whether or not you are listening. Part 2. Okay, let's get right into it. Your dream life is not random. Every single detail, how you're walking, where you're walking, what the ground feels like beneath your feet, it's a precision message from your subconscious. So let's decode what it's demanding you understand right now. So, dreaming of walking barefoot. This is one of the most spiritually significant walking dreams you can possibly have. And listen, it is not a gentle one. It means you've stripped away your defenses. You are finally in direct, raw, skin-to-ground contact with your real life.
And here's the thing, the feeling is the entire message. If walking barefoot felt freeing, you've arrived. You're in a place of authenticity, you're grounded. But if it hurt, if you felt glass or sharp stones, your subconscious is screaming at you that you are exposed and completely unprepared. Now, this isn't a sign to stop, it's a sign to get equipped. You need to build your resources before you take that next step. Okay. Walking backwards, this is a massive red warning light from your inner self. It means you are moving in a direction that is the exact opposite of your true growth. You're retreating into an old version of yourself because, let's be honest, it feels safer than moving forward into the unknown. But this isn't about weakness. It's a mercy from your own mind. It's giving you a chance to turn around before the cost becomes unbearable. So here's what you do. First, name the false comfort you're retreating to. And second, commit to one single, concrete, forward action. That backwards momentum, it stops the second you decide to move forward. This is the dream of the exhausted woman. You're stuck in a self-sabotage loop that you probably can't even see. You're deep inside some thought pattern or a relationship dynamic, you're expending enormous energy, and you're getting absolutely nowhere. Look, the circle isn't the problem. It's the evidence. Your mind is telling you, hey, this strategy you're using, it is not working. The real problem is the unexamined belief that's driving you. Find the common thread in your recent frustrations, name that pattern, and I promise you, you can finally break it. Now, walking uphill, I know this one feels hard, but it's actually a gift. Seriously, the resistance you feel isn't a sign to stop. It is confirmation that you're in the right struggle, that what you're chasing has genuine weight and value. And this says it all, right? So often we're taught to see difficulty as a sign we're on the wrong path. This dream is here to dismantle that lie. An uphill path is not a punishment, it is an initiation. The hardness of the road is proof that you are heading somewhere worth going. The hill doesn't flatten, you just get stronger. Walking through mud, you know what this is. You are wading through emotional overwhelm, grief, entanglement, a genuinely swampy situation. And deep down, you already know exactly what it is. This dream doesn't let you pretend otherwise. So the critical question here isn't what is the mud? The question is whether you're sinking under your own load or if you've absorbed the anxiety and dysfunction of other people. You must release what is not yours to carry. And yes, this might mean a very hard conversation. Have it. Okay, this one can cut deep, and honestly, it needs to. It's a stark diagnosis of your relational landscape, and you need to know which truth it's telling you right now. It's one of two things. Either you've evolved beyond your circle, which is not a tragedy, it's just evolution, or you've closed yourself off from the support you desperately need. If it feels lonely and frightening, your soul is begging you to reach out and let people in. This isn't weakness, it's how we survive. Now, when someone is walking beside you in a dream, this is a direct relational diagnostic from your subconscious. You need to pay very close attention to this. How you feel walking beside them tells you everything. If you feel comfortable, aligned, good, that relationship supports your path. If you feel slowed down or anxious, that dynamic is costing you momentum. And if it's an inspiring stranger, that is your higher actualized self, showing you your own destination. Let's be very, very clear about this one. Dreaming of walking fast is not anxiety. It is activation. Something inside of you knows it's time to move. Your psyche will not let you rest until you act on the one real thing you've been putting off. And remember, avoidance always, always escalates the urgency signal. This is terrifying. I get it, but it's also one of the most important dreams you can have. It means you're on a threshold. You're in that space between who you were and who you are becoming, and you simply cannot see the full path yet. And this is the whole point. You're being asked to keep walking with the tiny amount of light you have. The fog doesn't clear all at once. The next step is revealed only after you take this one. You know this dream? A familiar home or neighborhood suddenly feels completely foreign. Your dream is telling you something crucial. You have outgrown this. Your deepest self is insisting, I have already moved on. It's time for the rest of you to follow. This isn't grief you need to suppress. It is growth that you must honor. This dream. This is your subconscious giving you pure, unadulterated confirmation. It's telling you your direction is right, your instincts are sound, and the destination you're moving toward is real and absolutely worth the walk. Do not second-guess this dream. Do not talk yourself out of it. Trust it. Let that feeling of freedom, of peace, guide one single decision you make today. Train yourself to recognize the direction of your own liberation. And finally, the most distressing walking dream of all, your legs are like lead, you're stuck, you're going nowhere. This is a sign that a real block, either internal or external, is actively stopping your progress. Your mind knows it, even if you're still trying to deny it. But listen, this paralysis is not a sign of weakness. It's a signal. It's a signal from your soul to find the specific fear, the wound, or the lie that is holding you in place. Ask yourself this one question, and let the answer you feel in your body be the true one. Part 3. Okay, so what do you actually do next? Look, we've talked about what these dreams mean, but reading about them isn't enough. Information without action is completely useless. Right now, your waking life is demanding the exact same courage your dreaming life is rehearsing. Action isn't optional, it's required, and it's required now. So, how do we act? Well, we start by treating your inner world with the seriousness it deserves. We start by gathering the data. Okay, if you're the reflective type, this is your starting point. And this isn't just casual journaling. We're talking about a dedicated practice. Let's call it the Dream Walk Log. This is all about creating critical self-knowledge. The moment you wake up from a walking dream, and I mean before you grab your phone, before you even speak, you're gonna write down the answers to these 5 questions. Where were you walking? What was under your feet? Who was with you? How did your body feel? And what emotion are you waking up with? You're gonna do this for 30 days straight. Don't judge it, don't analyze it, just log the data. And listen, this isn't some self-care fluff. This is the raw material of self-knowledge. You start tonight. Now, if you're already doing the incredibly brave work of therapy or spiritual direction, it is time to bring your most honest material right into the room with you. Do not treat your dreams like they're just dreams. That is a catastrophic waste. Think about it. Your dreams completely bypass your defenses. Your waking mind cannot protect itself in sleep. So what comes through is the raw, unedited truth that your defended self is way too afraid to say out loud. You have to use it. And if you're the analytical type, okay, forget the mysticism for a second, let's just talk data. I want you to treat your walking dream as a pure data report straight from your brain, one that's completely free from the interference of your own rationalizations. You're gonna run a cognitive audit with these 5 steps. 1. Identify the goal you were working on before you went to sleep. 2. Name the core emotion from the dream. 3. Map that emotion to a real-life situation. 4. Identify the behavior that isn't working in that situation. And finally, number 5, and this is the key, prescribe one single change, just like you were advising a friend. Don't just think about it. You act on that 5th step today. So gathering the data, that's just step 1. Now we make it real. It's time to move from just mental processing to physical expression. It's time to embody your dreams. If you're a kinesthetic, body-centered person, this is your practice. It's called somatic integration. You are going to use your body's movement to complete the emotional processing that began while you were asleep. The process here is really simple. If you dreamed of walking uphill, struggling, the very next morning, go walk a real hill. Let your muscles actually confirm what your dream was trying to tell you. If you dreamed of slogging through mud, take a slow, deliberate walk and consciously breathe through that feeling of resistance. I'm telling you, this is not a metaphor. It works. Okay, for the artists, the writers, the musicians out there, your walking dream is not some idea for later. It is fully formed, raw, creative material. And it has an expiration date. You have to treat it with urgency. Now, the challenge here isn't to illustrate the dream. It's to translate the feeling of the dream. What does that uphill walk sound like? What colors does the fog wear? This isn't for fun. It's the most urgent creative work you can do because it forces you to access a deeper truth and create something that truly resonates. So once we've gathered the data and we've embodied the feeling, how do we use these insights as a compass for life's biggest decisions? If you are in a period of transition, a relationship, a career, a life chapter that just feels uncertain, your walking dreams right now are compass readings coming directly from your own soul.
And the practice for this is brutally simple. You just ask yourself one question. In the dream, were you walking towards something, or were you walking away from it? If it's toward, your deepest self already knows the direction. The truth is in the movement. If you were walking away, well, your inner life is already in flight. It's time to stop making excuses. This is about honest orientation.
For the woman of faith, we can look to figures like Harriet Tubman. She called her visions the spirit, and she trusted what she couldn't fully explain. This practice is about creating the space to do the exact same thing.
After a big walking dream, go outside and just walk slowly. No music, no podcasts. Just let the movement of your body and the open sky complete the conversation that the dream began. Clarity, you'll find, often comes not in stillness, but in motion. Give the dream the space it needs to finish its sentence. All right, now if you are a leader, and that could mean a mother, a manager, a mentor, your walking dreams are not just personal messages. They are essential leadership diagnostics. You have to map the dream directly to your reality. If other people are struggling to keep up with you in your dream, you need to check your pace in real life. If your path is blocked, it's time to name the friction on your team or in your family. Address it now. And if everyone is aligned and walking with you, figure out what's working and protect it with everything you have. Your dreams are mapping your leadership in real time.
And finally, this is for the woman who just feels completely overwhelmed, exhausted, stuck, the one who doesn't even know where to begin. You do not need a grand plan. Remember, Harriet Tubman didn't have the whole map. She had one instruction at a time. Go to this farm, wait at this barn. She obeyed each one of those instructions completely, and the journey it assembled itself. Your soul is not asking you to figure everything out. It's just asking for one next step. So that is the only question that matters. What is the one step you can take right now with the resources and the clarity you actually have? Name it, write it down, and then take that step before the end of today. Not one day, today. The woman who takes one honest step is already walking, and the woman who is walking always finds the next direction right when she needs it.